about tabloids. I know myself some tabloids. I've been in my fair share of tabloids, and trust me, it hasn't been pretty. All you have to do is just Google me and you can see that the tabloids literally enjoy chewing me up and spitting me out. Back to my YouTube channel. My name is Brett Rossi, and if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I have new vlogs that come out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday where we discuss all the things you need to know and maybe all the things you don't need to know. Today, I wanted to talk about tabloids. Tabloids are literally the bane of my existence. I hate tabloids. I hate everything that represents tabloids. Hate everything that has to do with tabloids. But I wanted to discuss tabloids and paparazzi and kind of expose some celebrity secrets that some of you may not be aware of. First things first, a tabloid is basically a gossip rag. I'm not talking about news channels. I'm not talking about Fox News or CNN or NBC. I'm talking about gossip rags like Us Weekly, PerezHilton.com, Radar Online, TMZ, so on and so forth. The thing about tabloids. I know myself some tabloids. I've been in my fair share of tabloids, and trust me, it hasn't been pretty. All you have to do is just Google me and you can see that the tabloids literally enjoy chewing me up and spitting me out. That is their favorite thing to do with me. I don't know why, but tabloids are really interesting. They pick their favorites. They always have a victim and they always have a villain. If you notice, you follow certain celebrities will be painted as a victim and certain celebrities will be painted as a villain. Now, some of the interesting things about tabloids is when a story pops out that you are involved in with a celebrity, most of the time the tabloids will reach out to you for comment. You can say on or off the record. If you say off the record, they're going to report whatever information you tell them as a source. They're going to make it seem like a source told them this information, even though you basically told them the information, you just wanted to be protected. A lot of people choose to start drama or rumors or stories and gossip rags, and what they'll do is either they'll have their publicist or even themselves will contact whatever gossip magazine and they will tell them whatever information they have. Majority of the time, celebrities love to be anonymous. Celebrities love to make it look like a source is talking about them, a source knows about X, Y, and Z. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes there are sources in their camps. I mean, big time celebrities have a lot of people around them, but a lot of people around them means a lot of loose lips. Majority of the people around them have signed NDAs, so they'll quietly tell tabloids because for certain stories and certain pictures, you can get money. Which brings me on to the topic of paparazzi. You will see a lot of celebrities, especially up-and-coming celebrities. Up-and-coming celebrities love to call the paparazzi and tell the paparazzi where they are so they can get their photos taken, so they can get talked about, and so places like the Daily Mail, etc., will pick up their photos and repost their photos and get their name out there. If you are worthy of something, such as there's a huge scandal going around that surrounds you, you can make $10,000 or more getting a photo or a video taken of yourself by a paparazzi because they turn around and they sell it to whatever gossip rag they want to sell it to, whether it's TMZ or E! Other ones out there, whatever. The thing is tabloids are honestly just disgusting in my opinion. They create false and fictitious stories. They never fact check, but there are some good ones that do fact check. Like I've come to realize that TMZ doesn't really run very many false stories. They don't really run a lot of fluff pieces. They tend to run a lot of stories that are borderline true, whereas there are the lower level magazines and gossip sites that just will run any story if it has clickbait to it or if it's a hot topic. A great example of magazines or gossip rags not fact checking is a most recent experience with me. Us Weekly ran an article saying that I slashed a specific celebrity's tires not once, but twice. And I was a horrible person to this specific celebrity, and they didn't even fact check before they ran the story. But after they ran the story, they reached out to me to see if I wanted to comment. Now, the story was ran by a source. However, I know people and I found out exactly who the source was and that it wasn't in fact a source at all, that it was the actual person accusing me of slashing their tires, but they wanted to stay anonymous. What does Us Weekly do? They run a story and say a source told them this information without even fact checking. First of all, just to clarify, if you guys did see any of that nonsense, I never slashed anyone's tires. I don't believe in violence. I don't condone violence. Also, if I did slash somebody's tires, I'm pretty sure there would have been a police report and also security footage of me slashing their tires. Not to mention, it would have been in the tabloids a long time ago. So that is debunked. That's one of the reasons why I don't like the tabloids. The tabloids just make up whatever the hell they want to make up. Sometimes the information that they create these stories around is from sources feeding them stories or information from what they know, but they never fact check it. It's never fact checked. Next time you read a gossip website or a gossip rag standing in line at the grocery store, consider the source, because if it was true, they would go on the record, a celebrity would go on the record and say X, Y, Z. This is X, this is Y, this is Z. Now that's not saying that they could lie, but it's less likely for them to lie if they go on the record and say, hey, this is what happened or this is what's going on. Another thing that a lot of people don't know is these tabloids have these celebrities on speed dial, and a lot of the times they talk to the celebrities directly and then they just put it in their little whatever, their magazine or whatever, and say that they spoke to a rep for these people, when in actuality they just spoke to the person directly. A lot of celebrities like to do what they call setup shots. People don't know that celebrities get paid for their photos being taken, especially if they know it's gonna be a scandal or if they know that photo's gonna be worth money. So what they do is they'll contact the paparazzi, or they'll have their people contact the paparazzi and they'll say, hey, this is what's gonna be happening. You're gonna wanna get this photo or you're gonna wanna get this video. This person is gonna be here at this time with this person and it is gonna be worth your time. The paparazzi show up and they take the photo and they split it down the middle with the celebrity, because sometimes these photos and videos can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. A great example is the Kardashians. Now, I don't know for a fact if they get paid for every single photo, but I know that they do get paid for their photos. Why do you think they always look amazing when they go out? Now, they're a little bit different because they are a huge celebrity, so they're probably beyond the point of calling tabloids. I'm sure they still do to get specific shots, but for the most part, they're not really, when you're that big of a celebrity, you're not calling the tabloids or paparazzi because you're being stalked by them. I'm talking about the up and coming celebrities like these YouTubers or these Twitch people or these TikTok people or Instagram models, and you see like random photos of them on TMZ and TMZ is promoting them. They called the paparazzi. They told the paparazzi where they were at, and they discuss it and they take the pictures, and then depending on who they are, some of them are worth money, so they can actually make a profit. So they'll split the profit with the paparazzi. Tabloids are literally garbage. Another thing about tabloids is they will run stories off of like reality shows as if they are currently happening, as if that situation is currently happening, when in reality, that reality show was filmed months ago. Whatever is happening on the reality show is not currently happening. It's old news. Those people have been there, done that, dealt with it, whatever. But the tabloids need something to talk about, so what they do is they bring it up and they act as if it's current news. Tabloids are bizarre. They are a trip and they are garbage. I can't express it enough. But you can also use tabloids to your advantage. So what some people do, especially if they're feuding, they will go to a tabloid that they're really close with or that they constantly give information to, and they will feed them stories, their version of a story, of course from a source, and they will victimize themselves and make themselves look like the victim to get the popular opinion of another person to be negative. Another thing that celebrities like to do is they like to use the media to abuse other celebrities or other individuals that maybe aren't as powerful as a celebrity, maybe aren't as famous, maybe don't have enough of pull. What they'll do is they'll feed totally false, ridiculous stories to these tabloids about another person, and they will totally trash this person's reputation and defame their character off of stuff that isn't even true. Because what these tabloids like to do, like I said, is they like to run the story and then they like to go back and be like, oh, do you have a comment on this and this? And it's like, well, gee, you already ran the story. You already ran this fake news. You already told your 100,000 plus subscribers all of this false information about me, for example, but you decide to fact check afterwards? What happens is the popular opinion and suburban America believes everything that they read. I cannot stress this enough. Do not believe everything you read, and don't believe everything you see on TV either, especially from entertainment news or gossip sites. You have to literally take it with a grain of salt because it's not always accurate. Actually, like 80% of the time it's not accurate. The other 20%, the only reason why it's accurate is because it was fed directly from the celebrity to the media source. One of the very few good pieces of advice that I received from my ex, who was a celebrity, is if you don't read it, it doesn't exist. A lot of these girls, especially in the adult entertainment industry or these Instagram models, they want fame and they want to be in the tabloids. They don't care if bad press is good press. Literally the only celebrity that I've ever been able to see turn bad press around and really favor her is Farrah Abraham. Farrah Abraham literally is the master at PR. She turned her image around and she turned the press from being against her to being on her side. And that's the thing. The press is gonna choose who they want you to be. Do they want you to be the victim or do they want you to be the villain? And if you're the villain, be prepared. They're gonna chew you up and spit you out. And it's not fun being on the other side of the tabloids when all these stupid stories are getting spread about you that aren't even true. And every other day you see a story about you and you're like, what the hell? And the worst part is when your family or friends believe what they're reading or seeing because they don't even fact check with you. That's the thing. Suburban America believes anything they read, and it's the most mind-boggling thing to me. It's weird. The people in LA kind of take tabloids like, whatever. You know, it is what it is. It's just a tabloid. Who cares? It's garbage. But people outside of LA, people away from the entertainment industry, really take these tabloids seriously. Like, some of them are religious about these tabloids, and I see it all the time. I have a friend who was on a reality show, and the tabloids literally just chewed her up and spit her out and created the popular opinion of her that she's a bad person, when in fact she's actually a really cool person. The job of a tabloid is to persuade an individual to feel a certain way about a celebrity, to feel a certain way about a circumstance that's going on. I mean, it's similar to news, but with entertainment news, it's a lot more swayed, it's a lot more scandalous than you actually would think it is. There is just so many nitty-gritty, dirty parts about tabloids that you would not even know. The worst part is that tabloids are constantly digging. If you are a person of interest, if you are a celebrity, there is always a tabloid trying to dig up stories on you, or trying to find out your personal information, or trying to find out what's going on in your life. What story can they bring to the public to basically make you look like, or to make you look great? It just depends. I can't stress this enough. What side are you on when it comes to a tabloid? Because tabloids are not nice. I know there's people out there that are like, bad press is good press. But honestly, bad press is not good press. Once your character is assassinated, that's literally the job of a tabloid, is to assassinate your character. And once they assassinate your character, it's really hard to get back into the light and not be looked at as a piece of shit. There have been some tabloids that were and have been really cool towards me, and then there are tabloids that literally, for some reason, they just hate me because I don't know what it is, but for some reason I am a person who is easily hated. I don't know if it's because my background is easily looked down upon. So unfortunately, society easily judges somebody based off of my type of background, being an adult. Or if it's just I'm an easy target because I don't have this whole team of people working for me to defend me or to manipulate the media into something that it's not. I've always been and will always be straightforward. If I have something to say, I will tell it directly to a tabloid or to a person or whatever. There is no beating around the bush with me. It is straightforward. This is what you get. And unfortunately, people either really love me or they really hate me, and the tabloids really hate me for some reason. So, yeah. Oh well. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tidbit about tabloids. I could go on and on and on about it, but quite frankly, it's exhausting and I don't like to give it much more attention than it deserves. That's my story about tabloids and a little bit of their secrets. And once again, my name is Brett Rossi and you are watching my YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. New vlogs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We talk about all the things you're not gonna wanna miss. Bye.